What you're about to watch is a bonus special episode. We do live streams every so often, and this was our first one of doing a live stream podcast. And we had a bunch of people come on and ask us love questions or talk to us about their relationships in their life. So excuse the audio, it's not so great. This one, particularly Cray's mic, is not the best because I was recording from my end. So just a warning that's quite shit. Anyway, enjoy. We're doing a special Valentine's Day stream podcast live with your questions.
Hello.
Look at Cray, isn't he looking handsome? Look at that pink
Hello, everyone.
shirt. Man, when you buy
the
that?
love doctor is in. The love doctor is in. That's all I've got to say about that.
Uh-huh.
I'm ready to tell you how to make love to a woman. Usually you need some of this. Usually multiples of it. You know, that's why you always got to keep cash handy. Some women don't take card.
Some do. Can I? But yeah, so you're.
What you saying? You're right?
I'm saying.
You're nervous or something?
No. What I'm saying is, what are your qualifications to give out?
You know me, Fruity. I was in a relationship of 7 years. I've betted multiple women. I also have a degree in psychology. I also have a diploma in communications, which I don't tell people enough about. I also, I passed high school. That was lit. Did it high as a kite. I've meditated before. I've tried yoga. I've gone into the bush for like 3 days and lived out there with nothing but a knife. That was a great time. And I also can swim. Thank you. What are your what do you got to say about that? What do you do with love?
I don't really have much trouble, so that's good, right? I probably have shit advice. Don't they say those who can't do it have good advice, and those who can probably
I think the people that can give good advice, like people who are in relationships or were in long relationships, give the best advice. I don't believe that people that haven't experienced it and just read books are good at advice. No, that's bullshit.
All right,
those who can't do teach, and that's why the education system's a joke. Yeah, I think it's nice. I'll say, "Hey, Mum, happy Valentine's Day." Thursday. Men are all scum. I'm glad you're single.
Alright, we're going to start with some questions, some written questions while I figure out voice.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with the one that we had up before.
Yeah.
How long should you wait before you eat her ass out?
For me, ages. You don't eat pussy on the first date, do you?
Well, I mean, why not?
No. Vaginas are fucking pretty nasty, to be honest. I think it's okay to suck a dick on the first date, but eating vagina on the first date, those things are like little beef fucking messes.
No.
Sorry. They just got a lot of little gaps and stuff and little hidey holes.
Why is this the second question? Do you kiss first or lick pussy first? Why is this the second? Cray, this is your audience. This is your audience coming in.
You kiss first. You don't. What the hell, dude? Oh, man. Although some people find kissing extremely intimate.
And so wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, if I'm sober, for me, kissing is pretty intimate. I wouldn't kiss a girl that I just wanted to hump. I'm not even kidding. Is that weird?
No.
I don't want to kiss you. I just want to dick you down and then leave. You know what I'm saying? I don't want any of that. I just want to,
But isn't kissing nice? Isn't that a part of the experience? Isn't that sexual in a way?
No, for me, kissing isn't sexual. It's intimate. So this doesn't equal for Cray.
What about tongue?
Tongue? It's intimate. I don't want to tongue your dirty little tongue. I want to fucking... I either want to hump you or I want to fall in love with you. Which one is it? Because if I want to hump you, I'll just get you wet and just... It's like there's sex and then there's making love, you know? And it's like, I like romantic shit. I like things to start off romantically, Fruity, you know? Are you the same?
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, romantic first, and then you like to get pounded into the earth, you know?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, while you're getting pounded into the earth, there should definitely be a kissing
kiss.
as well, you know? That helps.
No, I'm just staring at her.
Wait. Eye contact or no eye contact?
Direct eye contact.
Direct eye contact?
Yeah, staring at her.
All right.
Staring her down.
Okay. Well, that's horrifying. I think we almost have a person coming in to talk to us. But first, we're going to do the next one, which is how do I know I'm in love? From Bubble.
Oh, how do you know you're in love? You answer first, Fruity. Go.
Yeah, you just know. I don't know. I don't know. If you're questioning them, then maybe it's probably not it. Okay.
Wait. Yeah, you're meant to give answers, woman.
What?
And you're saying, I don't know. Here, let me tell you how you know you're in love. Right? Do you want to put a baby in it? Right? You want to buy a house with it?
Yes.
You know, did that pussy chop you up or that dick chop you up real nice?
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't think the third one means you're in love.
Yeah, you know, the dick's got to be good, though, for you to fall in love. I'm sorry. Everyone's lying to themselves. If that dick ain't hitting right, you ain't in love, woman. Like, or man. Like, you ain't in love. You know? You know when you want pets with them.
Yeah.
A house with them. If you can see a future with them, you're probably in love. Even if you can see a future in tiny ways, I think it's still...
What if they're like 16 and they're still like super young? Like, do you think they still think about that sort of thing at 16?
I'm not sure. I don't know, because you know me and my ex were high school sweethearts, and we were young as hell. And I swear, when I saw her, it was like that for me. You know, it was that for me. So it's like, I think it's just a feeling in the initial bit, and then it's like there's two different kinds of loves. There's like a mature love, which is I want to be with you forever. Or there's like a feeling of love, which is, you know, the spark, I feel. You know how people talk about the click, the spark, the boom? I think it's that. Yeah. Hello?
We have
Hello. I have a question.
Hit us with it.
How do you leave the friend zone?
Oh, that's easy.
How deep are you in the friend zone?
Yeah, how deep? What's the
I'm
hole
not saying
like?
I am. I'm just saying for everyone else out there.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, mate. It's all right to be honest with us. You go first, Fruity. As a woman, tell our boyski here how he gets out.
As a woman? Okay, all right. You know, you don't know the preferences of the person, but sure.
True. But I just want a woman's opinion. Hit me with it. I'm interested.
Oh, I don't know. That's hard advice for me to give, though. I have to be honest with you. I haven't wanted to get out of any friend zone, or do you mean like as in if I was the person that they were friends with?
I don't know. Just make up a scenario.
Just make up a scenario. Okay.
It looks like I'm not wearing any pants.
Are you not wearing any pants? Okay.
I've never used this webcam.
Great. Are you or are you not wearing any pants?
For the stream, I'm gonna have to say I am. For the stream, I'm gonna have to say I am. Let's say I'm scooting in closer.
Oh god.
Oh my god, I've never had this camera angle before. You know.
you would know how you would know better about the friend zone.
The friend zone doesn't really exist. They just don't like you enough in that way. That's just the truth of it. If you feel as if it's the friend zone, it's more that the feeling that they're not reciprocating, is that the word? They're not giving you back what you're putting out, and that's a very dangerous mental space to be, and you don't want to cling on to people who don't want you around. Yeah, so when people say, you know, it's like when people leave you on one word answers and stuff. Don't waste your time, you know? It's like, don't waste your time with the friend zone because it doesn't really exist.
Straight up ask them. That's what I say. Straight up ask them.
Yeah, ask them. Yeah.
Morgan's here. What's your question?
Hello.
How do you deal with heartbreak?
Oh, how do you deal with heartbreak? Oh, man. Oh, man. Do you want to start, Fruity, or do you want me to start?
I mean...
Either one.
Lots of gaming, to be honest. Get addicted to games, and you forget about them real quick. That might not be the healthiest way, but I'm not here to give healthy advice.
But what if the situation is complicated? Like, everywhere you are, they are?
Oh. I've some advice I can give you. So with heartbreak and with the feelings of like that you've lost something that was terribly important to you and they're no longer around in the way that you want them to be anymore, you have to recognize the positives of that relationship that you once had. And then I think you've also got to recognize the reasons why maybe they're not around anymore. And if you recognize that you do want them around in some capacity or even in a closer capacity, I think it's important to try to not be lost, I think. And that sounds simpler like than said, but I mean lost as in, you know, give people space, give yourself time, give yourself space, give yourself a hobby, look towards your work, look towards your friends, family. Don't just cut everything off, you know, communicate with people. And what helped me a lot was actually like talking to friends about it, and doing this right now is very important too. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you're seeing them all the time, Midnight, you know, say, you know, you're very intertwined, you know, like your families or friends or social situations, like don't be scared to actually talk to them, you know, because you were with them and or you feel as if they broke your heart or they said no to you. Don't be scared, because there's always the future, and the future can have a lot of great things for you. Yeah, a lot of great things. Yeah. And it's also time for you. Yeah.
Yeah, like I do try, but sometimes I'm putting on a mask, pretending I'm happy when I'm not.
No, that's okay. It's okay to pretend you're happy because you're usually doing it for others, right? Or when you leave the house and you put on a mask, it makes you feel a little bit better. But it's even better when you recognize that it's, in my opinion, okay to be sad. It's okay to be heartbroken. It's okay to be upset. Because once you lose something you love, it is sad and it's very heartbreaking. It's within the word, right? And it's a physical thing. You may stop eating. You may stop looking after yourself. You may stop going out and trying to achieve things. But I think, you know, it's also a really good time for reflection. You have to look at the positives, even though they do seem grim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll always be okay. That's a very important thing to recognize. You'll be okay. That's a big thing. You'll be fine. You will get through it. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of friends, a lot of lovers, a lot of romantic interests, a lot of family that you can make or find or get back into contact with. Yeah. You'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
Fruity, do you have anything to say?
No, you put it really well. No, you've
Oh.
got this. Distractions are key, and realizing what you're feeling is super key too, and that it's okay. And the more you're okay with the fact that you're upset, the easier it'll be to deal with it. Oh, my heart goes out to you, Morgan.
Yeah, much love. I can tell you're hurting a bit, but you know, take Valentine's Day or take around this time, a lot of people say Valentine's Day is the loneliest day of the year, right? Because you go on Twitter, you go on Instagram, you see all these couples. But you should look at all these couples. You should look at all this love and think to yourself, wow, like, oh my God, look at all these people, you know, that are so happy together. And sure, you may feel alone right now, but you know, you're never really alone. You know, you have yourself to work on. You have your loved ones and your friends. You know, you'll be okay. You got to look at Valentine's Day as like a good time, not a bad time. Yeah.
Yeah, like my friend it's actually my Valentine's Day at the moment. She's trying her best to like distract me from all of it, which I really appreciate because she knows the entire situation. So I appreciate her so much.
Oh, that's really sweet. Yeah, and it's good that you got a friend there for you, right? Like that's really sweet. That's great.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Of her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Morgan, for coming and sharing with us.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
Catch ya.
Aw.
Oh, man. I didn't expect for it to get so real so quickly.
Neither did I.
What a question. Oh, man.
I have to say, you keep it really cool and calm and collected, and I really appreciate it for you because I'm super speechless. And even though you're the one that's talking about astronauts masturbating 1 second, you maintain it really cool when you need to.
How do they masturbate? Do they? I read a thing on
Does
NASA
it-
that astronauts can't come.
Oh, they can't come? So I
They
thought
can't
it
come
might
'cause
be
of gravity.
better. I thought it might be better because, like,
Better orgasms.
less gravity would make it easier, would it?
It's kind of like, you know, when you're sitting in the shower and you masturbate with your dick up like that, Fruity, and you shoot like that. It feels better when it goes
Okay,
up.
can't
not-
relate, but yes, I've got
Yeah.
it. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like when she's on top, you know, it just hit different. You know, it's just different. Because you got to like propel yourself up. You know, she's riding it. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. You know, that's why missionary sucks. Fuck missionary, dude. Because then it's easy. I just plow my load
Missionary, I
downwards.
love missionary. What?
Missionary. Oh,
Stop
fucking, I'm
it.
showing too much. I got pants on, by the way. I do. It just looks like, I'm sorry. I do have short shorts. I'm sorry, everyone. You know, I'm just going for
Some
beach vibes. I
thigh
was in the sun
action.
today. Yeah, get the thigh action out there. Yeah.
Going to an Instagram question, we've got a someone saying, Darcy saying, it can't be just me that thinks love is overrated. You are fucking wrong.
You're wrong.
You're
yeah,
wrong.
I'm sorry. You're wrong.
You're
Yeah.
wrong. Any type of love.
Tell
is
'em why.
not- But why? Because it's the nicest feeling to love someone. Even if they don't love you back, the love is so nice and warm. I would hate not being able to love. That's what you hate. That's what I'm just saying. Oh, we have
Yep.
Alex in here.
Hey, Alex. Alex, you're on the air.
So I have a question about I'm homeschooled for like the rest of my life, or my schooling life, right? And so like I gotta sit in my room all day. How do I find like girls in the future?
Oh, Fruity, do you want to
in
go
the
from
future
there?
or not now? Just in the future. You're focusing
Well,
on your school
now also,
Oh,
but
now,
like
okay.
how in the future? Because like I'll be older and have more stuff.
Do you have any? So you don't have any activities or something you go out and do? Because that would probably be the first place to start.
Yeah, no, I gotta sit in my room all day.
Like sports and stuff. Because it
I do
will-
go to church, but that's about.
I'll find
all
a
the places
holy
I
woman.
Yeah.
go. But there's none at my church, so I don't know.
There's no women at your church.
Well, not my age.
Okay.
Mm.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you do any sport or anything?
Not at the moment,
Maybe
but
look
I have
into
done
it.
soccer in the past.
Maybe look into
but-
doing something that's more social. Because even if you don't like, even if you just join like a boys team or something like that, they might have friends and they might invite you to parties or something like that. I think it's
Connections, dude.
just as much as
All
making
right,
guy
yeah.
friends as girlfriends.
You got Twitter, Instagram, you got getting out of the house, you got sports, you got everything, man. Going to the movies with friends. You never know when you'll meet someone. You know what I mean? You sound really young. It's like, you know, you shouldn't be stressing too much if you just want experience with talking to girls. or dudes, you just got to get out there, just get out there and see the world a little bit. And you got so much social media. Yeah, but don't stress too much at a young age, and things will come to you. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah, no worries, Alex.
Okay.
Have a good one, dog. No.
All right. Next
Good question.
next one is a bit I don't know how much you want to talk about something like this, but how was your first experience with sex? I think we would have super different answers to this.
Yeah, mine lasted about 10 seconds.
I wish mine lasted
on.
10 seconds. Jesus.
I was shaking like a fucking washing machine. It was crazy. But as I went on, my experiences with sex with different women got better and better. Like the first time with a woman was just got better. How was yours, Fruity?
Horrifying. I hated it. I hated every moment. It was painful, and I just felt like a used. I don't know. I just felt like I was used.
You're nothing but a rag. You're just a piece of meat
And they
that you
just-
just pounded into.
Just hurry up and get it over and done with. That's what it felt like to me. Oh, I hated it. Sorry, ladies might know what I'm talking about, but it's not easy. It is not easy to feel good as a lady. It feels so wrong and violating at first. Sorry if you haven't had sex and you're, looking forward to it, but yep.
Yeah, I'd imagine being a woman, fucking first time having sex would just be fucking trash. That's a big sweaty fucking dude landing on top of you. Just fucking, doesn't
He's
know
panting
what he's doing.
heavily.
Yeah.
Inconsistent rhythm.
He's like, do you like that, baby? He's like talking a lot. You were kind of thrusting just then, Fruity.
I'm just saying, he's got inconsistent rhythm, and I was trying to display that in a weird way. Okay.
What are you doing there? You like fucking thrusting. What the fuck?
I was just displaying what the guy was doing. Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't a good time. But yeah, that's why I wish I did it with someone a bit more. That it was more, took more time.
Yeah.
To get to know and that. That's for sure. 1 second. How are alerts still popping up? What the fuck?
I was like, it's getting a little bit quiet here.
Next question. Unless we have a voice, which we don't at the moment. We have is 3 inches enough?
Not really. No, I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. You've kind of gotten shafted by the Lord. The Lord said to you, "Fuck you, dude," and went zap and fucking zapped your dumb ass. He just went boom. But that doesn't mean you can't have great sex, which is something that a lot of people forget. You can eat ass, eat pussy, suck dick. You can get a lot of toys, and you can just use that little 3 inches like a little jackhammer while you're doing other things, So sex can still be great no matter what you're packing. But is 3 inches enough is the question. Equals no. You got fucked. That sucks. Yeah. But, cries in 3 inch, it's like, bada bing, bada bang. There's a lot of things you can do in the modern world. You're lucky you weren't born in the fucking 1700s,
Really? I think it's more important now than it would have been in the 1700s. I feel like there would have been some weird thing where small penises equaled power or something like that.
Oh, you're right. That's actually a good point.
Nah, now it sucks because everyone expects you to be huge. There's a whole culture around it.
I have taken down my pants, and I am an average penis man, And she started to giggle. Oh, hello, Miracle.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Hit us with a big question.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to say that I love you two a lot, so thank you for letting me be here. But I'm asking a question on behalf of Cocobon, another member of Fruitopia, and he asked, how do I ask out my crush?
Oh, Fruity, do you want to go?
Yeah, no, I'll go. How do I ask out the crush? I mean, I'm pretty blunt, so I would just straight up ask, but
yeah, Fruity would just ask. Fruity would just be like, you want to date me or not? You want to date me or not?
Well, it would probably work, okay?
Probably that's a great way of knowing whether or not someone
or
wants
a
to
note.
date you.
I'd probably do a note.
It might a letter.
It might be it might seem cowardly, but it's really romantic as well.
Marcus, I loved you since the first day I saw you. I'm sorry I was dating someone else and held your hand that one time, but I'm still in love with you.
Shut up!
I love the idea of a letter. I think that's so cute. I think a note is so cute. I think that's, if a girl gave me a letter, I'd be fucking bewildered. I'd be like, oh, I'd like fucking, and if it smelt like, oh, you know, I once got from a woman I used to know. She gave me a letter and she sprayed it with like nice perfume. And I was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, it was great. Fucking sniffed it, you know.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was great. But honestly, I'd say if you want to ask out your crush, how much have you talked to them? How well do you know them? Are they reciprocating anything back to you? If not, if yes, you might as well risk it either way. Go for it.
All right, I'll tell him that. Thank you so much.
No worries. Thanks for the question.
Thank you for joining. Oh. All right. Next one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's for me. Yoink.
Oh.
It says, Kath, when did you know you love Marcus?
Oh.
Pretty early on. And like a few weeks on. Didn't want to tell him though, because I thought he wouldn't like me back, and then I was wrong.
Sorry, that's just funny the way you said it. I was worried he wouldn't love me back. That's fucking hilarious.
I mean, we moved in pretty quick, but yeah. No, I wrote him a little note saying I love you on it, which, yeah. I don't know, something about notes is really cute, I think, to everyone. I don't know. Like, I love receiving little notes or even giving them. I don't know. It's just super powerful. Like, you know, the person's really like nervous about what they're writing, which makes it even more endearing, the fact that they're doing it in that form. And then he lost the fucking note. That bastard. No, he's actually really shattered about it. I kind of want to make a replica and put it somewhere so we can.
I love notes. I think now being single, I love the idea of flowers. I like the romantic stuff. It took me a long time to realize that I'm a bit of a sap and I like the romantic stuff. It took me, you know, throughout my ex-relationship and through like being a single guy, it took me a long time to realize, hey, I really like the romantic stuff. It's really
cheesy
cute.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I like cheesiness. I like getting letters. I like getting chocolates from women who live in America. You know, that's great.
I don't think that ever dies through your age. Like, I feel like I'll just love it as much as in my teen years as I do in late 20s. I just love it. It's so
definitely.
cute. Just a reminder that we are fielding voice advice. Like, if you want to come in, hop in and chat with us.
Don't be shy. Come in and ask. It can be a sad question. It can be a funny question. It can be a good question. You know, come in and ask us, talk to us. You get to talk to Cray and fucking Fruity. That's lit.
Join the Loserfruit Discord to do it, and Techie will sort
come
you
in.
out.
Yep.
And
Next cue.
Do girls tend to strictly have a type? Do they? Like, do you find that?
I was gonna say no, but I think everybody has a type. You know those people that just keep dating fucking assholes constantly, and you just keep wondering, why? Why are they doing that? It's because their type is fucking assholes. You know, sorry.
Yeah, I guess you have a type too, and I have a type as well.
I have a type, short, and thick. Yeah.
Just as you originally said.
Yeah, I've said it for years now, short and thick. Yeah, that's my type. Oh, wait, personality-wise?
That's
okay. But my type is kind of stern, caring, strong-willed, work ethic. Yeah, that's my like. I'll give you 4.
Next one is, how do you ask for things like when it's getting hot? Like, hey, give me them toes.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck? Andy Boyd 2259. The fuck are you doing, Andy? What are you saying? That's hot. That's not hot. That's fucking drop. What is that? Toes?
Yeah, what
Have you ever seen toes? Fucking awful. All those things. I hate
are
them.
you kink shaming him? For like
No, I'm not kink shaming. I just don't know why it's. I don't know. Fucking. You answer the question. I'm done with it.
I don't know. I find it really weird that people don't speak about sex or they think it's like forbidden to talk about. I feel like it's really weird.
Have you sucked a toe?
I've kissed
Have you sucked a toe?
but it wasn't
kissed a
sexual.
toe?
It was just...
But have you kissed a toe or sucked a toe in the bedroom? Admit it if you have. Just share.
No, no,
No?
No.
Have you thought about it?
no. I haven't.
Have you wanted to?
No.
No? Yeah, neither. What the fuck is Andy talking about?
Stop! Don't shame the person.
Sorry for king shaming, but I don't get the toe thing. You know, I'd suck her toe as a JK. If she said like, "Oh my god," like, wouldn't it be funny if you like sucked my toe? And I was like, "Yeah, that would be pretty funny." And I suck her big toe. Yeah, that's funny. I'd do that.
Oh, good. All right. This one just says, how do I tell my girlfriends I want them both?
I don't know, pull out of one of them, and when you're going into the other one, say, "I want you both." I don't know, dog. Like, what do you want from me, dude? Like, who's asking these questions, dude? Like, you know, whose wife you fucking? Like, what's going on, dude? Like, what's happening here? How many girlfriends as well? That means usually more than 2.
Invite them both to a dinner at the same time that they think they're just going to you and sit them down and just have it like that. Imagine the scenario. That would be so funny.
Yeah, if you want to be fucking murdered, Fruity, you crackhead. Yeah, Fruity over here, son, thinks she's smoked crack. Who's with me, boys?
I told you my advice is so bad.
I think she's smoking crack, boys. I fucking invite them both to a fucking date. Where are they going to go on this date where I invite my 2 wives? Two wives?
To
Any
dinner
car?
in a
Car
very
for 2
public
wives.
setting so they don't get murdered, and you put 2 seats down and she'll be like, what's the other seat for? And then the other woman comes in and then bam.
They could fucking murder me later. They could. Oh, Mum texted me back after I said Happy Valentine's, Mum. I'm glad you're. Hang on, let's see what she said. So I said to Mum, "Hey, Mum, Happy Valentine's Day. Men are all scum, so I'm glad you're single, haha." And Mum said, "Haha, I'm very happy with my choice to be single, XX." I think I was joking, Mum. I think she's actually a little mad. She's like, "Fucking calling me single?" I'm like, Sorry, Mum. What do I write back to that, Fruity? You write the text. What do I write to make my mum feel good? Or should I start with all jokes aside or something?
Yeah. All jokes
All jokes
aside.
I said, all jokes aside, love you, Mum, and have a great day. Because Valentine's Day, right, Fruity, let me give you a fact here. You ready for factual information? It's not just about fucking the person you love or telling the person you love them. It's also about everyone who you love in your life. That's what Cray reckons.
It's about it. Yeah, no, it is. Just another day. And every day is
Just
about
another day.
giving love. What is that? It's a mic.
It's a microphone. I'm going to text my sister as well and say Happy Valentine's
Yeah, you
Day.
go
Have a
do
great
that.
day.
I'll put the next question up.
Yeah,
But do you wait? Does that mean you love chat? And the people who watch you?
You've kind of put me in a spot here, haven't you, Fruity?
I mean, you have to. It's the day of all days, too.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to say it. I love you.
Woohoo! This question is, when is a good age to start dating? 25.
Dog, I tell you this, don't listen to Fruity. Don't listen to anyone. Listen to Cray. Listen, if I fucking started one more time. If you
started
hang
one more
on,
time, yoink. Yoink. No, coming in.
And you go,
20.
you take it. I can't. I'm sorry.
Don't take relationships seriously until like 25. Date around at like, I don't know, 18, 20, whatever. I don't know. teenager, you got other better things to do. Yeah, maybe you could date there. Maybe it's because I didn't date there as a teenager. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
Yeah, wrong. Listen up. I dated in high school at 18 years old, and then went on to TAFE. And without her, I wouldn't have learnt so much about women, about love, about family, about so many different things. I don't regret a single moment. It was fucking great. Highly recommend when you feel the spark, when you feel like you're in love, go with the flow, ask him out, see where it goes. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I met my high school sweetheart and we were together for 7 fucking years, and that's a long ass time, that's a long ass time. And I'm very proud of it. And you should be proud of relationships that have started and ended. Any truers? Hey, Pandemonium.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, how you doing, dude?
I'm good. Yeah. So, my question, how important it is for a couple to celebrate, Valentine's Day? Like, like a lot of people always say they don't care if Valentine's just a Hallmark holiday, blah blah blah, but it is culturally very celebrated by everyone. So, how important it is for a couple to celebrate it as a couple?
Hit it, Fruity.
I'd say not, because I'm here with you.
Ooh, ooh.
Oh, dude, what the fuck, dude?
That's a great.
But it's always nice to hear the person saying Happy Valentine's Day when it strikes midnight. I don't know. That's thing never goes away, but spending time, you spend a bit of time. Getting presents, doesn't matter as much. But I think maybe spending time is probably the important part. Even if it's anything fancy.
Yeah, for me, looking back on all the Valentine's Days when I didn't take advantage of them, like I didn't get flowers, I didn't get chockies, or I didn't tell someone how I felt, I've regretted it a lot. And looking back on times where I didn't say things that I want to say now, or, just to any woman, like my future wife or girlfriend, I think a lot about how I'm going to do Valentine's Day and how I'm going to, make sure that they know that they're loved, and I think that now, having been in a relationship and now being single, I see so much of what's important, you know what I mean? And like Fruity said, you don't have to go all out. I agree with Fruity. Like, you can just say at 12 o'clock, I love you, happy Valentine's Day, and if you don't say those things, I think you'll regret them a lot, and you should really take advantage to the level that you want to take advantage of those times. You feel me? Yeah.
Gotcha.
You should be extra alpha and do it on the 13th and go all out on the 13th when thing doesn't cost as much, and just do it all.
True.
And then they have all the photos to post about their friends on the day.
Oh, that's 300 IQ. That's
5 head.
That is 300 IQ.
And then you say something like, we're celebrating a day before everyone else because our love is beyond everyone
better than
else's.
yours.
Yeah.
And fuck you. That's what I say. And fuck you too.
Yeah,
agreed.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you, dude. That's a good question.
I am.
Oh, these are really good questions.
Yeah,
What the
they
hell?
are.
They're really good. I didn't expect randoms on the internet to be smarter than me, because I don't know what question I would ask. Was that loud?
Because
Fruity?
you know everything.
Well, I used to think I did, and then I learned my lesson, didn't I? Yep.
This person asks, give us a pickup line.
Have you ever had a mustache ride, and would you like to?
You've never used that.
Oh God, no! I didn't say I ever had used a pickup line. Pickup lines are fucking trash. But if I was gonna use one, it'd probably be that one, Hey, Baxter.
Hey there.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing well. How about you guys?
Good. Hit us with the big Q.
How can I wingman 2 friends together?
Oh man. Fruity, do you want to answer it?
Ooh, so you got 2 friends. Can we give them hypothetical names?
Yeah, you can make the names. But
Was it a girl and a boy, or?
yeah.
All
Yes,
right,
it is.
all right. Jenny and George, then. That's what we're calling them.
I like.
All right.
Jenny and George.
So, do they know each other at all?
Yes, they do.
And they're friends?
On a light level, yeah, but they're pretty unfamiliar with each.
Any common interests that you know of?
I don't think so, other than animals.
Oh, is that a point? Take them to animals. Take them to an animal cafe, and then you just leave, and then see what happens. I'm such a bad advice giver. Yeah.
Fruity, I would like to say Fruity is on the right path to giving great advice.
Correct me, please.
I think blind dates, Baxter, are fucking awesome. I love the idea of a blind date. That's how I met a girl once, and it was awesome. It was the best. I love blind dates. And if they kind of know each other and they're kind of acquaintances, you can like crack some jokes about it, right? You can be like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and you can be there. Believe it or not. Sometimes it's better if you go to the date, right? In bunny ears, the date. You know it's a date. You want them to get together. You think they'd be good together. But you being there, dude, with maybe somebody else, so there's 4 of you in total, is a great idea. It's a great idea. It's a really good idea to go and do something with them. If they're just acquaintances, right, you got to build them up. You got to build them up. You got to get them to spend more time with one another. So you say, hey, we're going to the movies. Sophie and Barry, they want to come. So you get Sophie and Barry to come, and, then you get Sophie and Barry to marry.
Yeah, I get you. I've got one other thing I'd like to ask about that, though. Right. If you're saying that if I was alongside them, it'd be fine.
Yeah, 100%.
And how could I do that without seeming third wheelish if it were to like escalate any?
I mean, you might just have to be the third wheel.
Yeah, you might have to be the third wheel a little bit, but also add another person and you'll be fine. Just add another person that's a mate of yours, so there's 4 in total. Yeah. 4 is the perfect number. Yep. 4 is a great number.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
No worries,
Jenny
dude.
George. All right. I still think throw them at an animal place would work. Animals are cute.
I didn't hate on the animal place, Fruity, and I actually thought you were on the right track towards giving some great advice. I think you had the right idea.
This one says, what is the best way to deal with the person you love's annoying habits and do so without being rude?
I have something to admit.
You are the person with the annoying habits?
Yes. I have many annoying habits. Every woman that has ever been romantically interested in me picks up on them very quickly. I leave towels on the floors. I leave shirts on the floors. I leave food around, spoons around, coffee mugs around. I leave my socks on dinner tables. I don't care much for cleaning very often. I fart. I poo loudly. If you're taking a shower, I do not care. I will poo next to you. I do not give a shit.
I think it's a bad thing.
Thank you, Fruity, but some people think it's repulsive. I'll piss on your feet in the shower. I think it's fucking funny. I think it's hilarious.
All right, so, okay, that's what? I mean, they can just wash it off. I wouldn't be that pissed off if I was that person, honestly, but I guess if they've had a long day, that might not be the best thing. Okay, so if I was going to try to get you to stop pooing next to me when I was in the shower, what would I have to say to you? How would I deal with that?
I'm sitting on the couch, yeah?
Yeah.
You walk up, you sit next to me, you get a blanket, you give me my favorite chocolate, right? You sit it down, you're like, let's watch a movie! But you put on a movie that you can, like, talk over, right? And you say to me, Nathan, every time I'm taking a steamy, hot, lovely shower and I'm having a great time, you waltz your big dumb ass in, sit your big ugly cheeks down on this porcelain toilet, and you just run a shit down your fucking asshole. And the steam makes me smell it more. I hate it. I hate poo smell. And you know what? I hate you and I don't love you anymore. Boom.
Okay. Okay, all right. Maybe I should just move on from that question.
Next question.
That was a sore point.
Sorry.
Oh, this is a two-parter. It says, my ex just got out of a relationship and messaged me straight after, but she has a kid but has big boobs. What should I do?
Man, I think Fruity knows I have a soft spot for this kind of stuff, but I'm gonna ignore the big boob comment. Real
Okay,
quick.
I was gonna say for big boobs.
And I'm gonna treat it like a real question. The first one, if you were in a relationship, sometimes I feel like you were there for a reason, and recognizing those reasons and building upon an ex relationship and trying to make things work, I think is very admirable. I think it's a really good thing to at least try. If it's immediate, however, I think I would be a little bit worried. But at the same time, you know, maybe being in a relationship makes this person realize a lot about themselves and a lot about you, you know, and those things sometimes happen. And we never know how truly someone feels on the inside. So I say, talk to them. Talk. Don't ignore people. Don't ghost people. Don't run from people. Always talk. Always communicate. And if she has an amazing rack, I mean, goddamn, titty fucks for days, you know?
I like how I completely ignored that there's a kid involved too.
Oh, yeah, there's a kid? Oh, man, I don't know about that, dog. You know, I don't want to get cucked, you know? I don't want to look after another person's kid, you know? I'm just saying, no offense to everyone in chat who's looking after another person's kid, but nah, I don't know, dog. Like, yeah, maybe my situation of, you know, that's a little different. I forgot about the kid.
Yeah.
The tits are nice, but maybe not the kid.
Yeah, going from one relationship to another when you have a kid, I don't know, it's a bit worrying for me. It's a bit of a red flag for me. Just
yeah, with the kid makes it monka, you know?
It's more like the person's rushing too much while they have a kid as well. It's like it's a lot to handle. So I don't know if they're rushing too much.
Yeah, true. Mainly because of the kid. I'm worried about the kid. That's goddamn.
Your opinion on high school relationships?
Everybody knows it. I see nothing wrong with it. Yep.
I didn't really have one. Oh. Anyway. Oh my god. Oh, I like this one. What is the longest you have lasted?
For me? Or you go first. You go first.
Cray? We don't. No, I think this is just a question.
Women last. Well, yeah. I mean, no, but after women come, they get pretty tired, though. I have to admit. You know, when they when they come like again and again and again and again, you don't get tired, or you just go for days, Fruity. The fuck.
God, it's not that easy. Jesus, is it that easy for some women?
I mean, you put the work in. You know, yeah. You for the longest for me, honestly. I don't want to have sex over 45 minutes. I ain't going to play with it.
That's a long time. Yeah, no, I wouldn't want to go for that long. No.
Yeah, I'd say perfect time for like really passionate, crazy, out there sex where you're just going crazy is like 25 minutes max, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. So is that the longest you've lasted then, Gray?
No, I've gone for about an hour. About an hour I've had sex for. But it was multiple things, you know, in multiple places, things like that, like moving throughout the house, doing different things. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Best hour of my life. Think about it a lot when I masturbate.
Oh damn. Got some claps in the chat for Crayator. Lots of hyperclaps. Maybe some poggers and stuff. For 25 for an hour long of
it was great.
Around the house activities.
It was great. I made that up completely.
You can't lie.
I'm a 20-minute man. I'm a 20-minute man. A fucking hour, my ass. I had to tell the truth. I can't have these people pole clapping for me. I gotta have it 20 minutes max, but it was great. It was best 20 minutes of my life. Fucking awesome. But fucking an hour? You're crazy, dude. Who wants to go for an hour? That pussy looking beat up, you know what I'm saying, dog? Like,
right,
shit.
No,
sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Next call. Hello?
Hello. Hi, I'm back.
Hello, you're back.
Okay.
My question was, what's your opinion on online dating / a long distance relationship?
Ooh, you go, Fruity.
Yeah, difficult. If it's just fun, sure, but if you have no plans to move closer, I'm like, I don't know. It's always kind of messy, in my opinion. I mean, it can work for a year or so, then you move, and then you're like, you're together, but it's tough. It's really tough. It works for some people. Me, I need a lot of like physical intimacy, so I'm aware of that, so that's why I could never be into it, but that's because of who I am. So it's not for me, but yeah, a lot of work. What do you think, Cray?
I agree with basically all of that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time zones up and down, and a lack of intimacy for me is sucky. But a relationship can start long distance and then you can come together, I believe. But you have to kind of make plans or fantasize or talk about moving together and who would do it and how and why and stuff like that. But it can work, but I think there always needs to be an end goal, which I think a lot of people miss. You do have to eventually live together, you know?
Otherwise, like the more you get used to it in person, the more awkward it could be, maybe even.
True.
Yeah, just.
Very true.
Yeah. Good luck with it, though.
Yeah. Good luck.
No, I'm.
Well, good luck
I'm
with
personally
whoever.
No, I'm not in a long distance relationship, but I just was wondering like what your views on it are. So yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. It's a good question.
Thanks.
That's a really good one.
Hey, another reminder that it is in the Loserfruit Discord that you can join, talk to Techie, and you can join and talk to us. The amazing. Well, you're good at it.
Come and talk to us. There's like 2,000 of you. Can somebody else come in for a second, dude, and just ask us some stupid question, dog? Sorry. Oh,
I like
hey,
hearing
Techie.
people's voices. Oh, Techie.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I have a general question. Like, what's your guys' definition of a healthy relationship?
Oh, go, Fruity. Go.
One where you're not questioning who they're talking about on the phone. I'm sorry, I see that so much when people like see people get shady, or people look through people's like tweets and follows and stuff like that. Like people like really get like stalk people overly, and the wrong kind of stalking. I'm like, you can look at pictures of them, but like if you're looking through pictures of them and being like, who's that girl you're next to? I'm like, oh, that's like the biggest red flag for me. Yeah, I hate that unhealthiness. Yeah.
I agree. Like, arguments and fights are natural and they'll happen because disagreement occurs everywhere in life, whether it be between friends, family, and especially with someone that you're hopefully spending a lot of time with. Those things are going to happen. But, you know, a healthy relationship, I believe, shouldn't have infidelity. It shouldn't have you questioning whether or not they're going out to see other people, like Fruity said. It shouldn't have you questioning their loyalty or motives in that kind of way at all. And, you know, one thing I've learned is, and Fruity and Marcus taught me this big time, and one thing that I used to lack is it's not about truth or lies, but it's about extents, right? Where you don't communicate little things that are bothering you because you think, oh, I'm being silly, or oh, I'm being stupid. But really, you should tell your lover, your partner, what you're feeling, regardless of how silly you think it is. And I think a lot of unhealthy relationships suddenly stop doing that. They stop communicating in the middle of the night, you know, when something's bothering them. You know, if you can't sleep because something's bothering you, I say wake them up, you know, have a conversation. That's love to me, you know, is a partnership. Yeah, it's important. Yeah, talking, communication, those things are healthy. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That and, you know, farting in front of each other.
Yeah, true. Like I've gone to bed angry so many times, and I regret it so much, because now looking back, you always have time for the other person, and that's the truest thing you can ever say, is make time for the people you love. It's very fucking important. And in my next relationship, I know for sure that's one thing I will do correctly, is making time for the person that I love.
I'm getting better at the when you get initially pissed off at someone for just something minor. Like, for example, for today, Marcus backseats my driving a lot.
Oh, I can't believe that. Oh
no,
my god.
No. Yeah, no. He mansplains me a little bit, but he's just looking out for me, and I know he's got good intentions, but I'm just like, no, I don't want to. And I make my little like hissy fits, but I'm pretty good at like making a U-turn and be like, you know what, I'm sorry for being that was a kind of an immature response. So I think that's a bit healthy that I'm working on doing that. Thank you for asking a question, Techie.
Thank you, Techie. Thank you.
No worries. See everyone.
See you, Techie.
Maybe next time if we do something like this, I'll make a Discord for it that's more public. So I think people are having trouble connecting Discords.
Yeah, you got like fucking 3 people in here in this Discord.
We had like 6 people in.
Oh, sorry.
How dare you?
I just JK. Sorry for saying that. JK.
Don't yell at the host. She's trying. And see, there's someone who's in the waiting. All right.
You got another question while we wait?
I do. What's your craziest romantic or sex story? I guess you already told that and lied about that. We don't want you to do that again.
You go, Fruity.
Oh, sorry, I had to move the do you eat ass or no question. Anyway, oh, that hits too hard. I gotta ignore that one. Why do girls say they're not ready for a relationship, but you see them with another dude? It's because they ain't interested in you. That's it. GG.
Fruity!
What? If they're dating someone else and then saying they're not interested in a relationship.
Hey, let me tell you some facts. Maybe you're not being forward enough. Maybe you're not being forward enough, my doggy. Like, you know.
The girl just said, sorry, I'm not interested in relationships.
Oh, is that what she said? And
Probably.
then went and dated someone?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you're getting dogged on.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
you're
getting
trash.
dogged on. Move
that
on.
sucks. That sucks. That's trash. But, you know, make sure you let someone know how you feel as well. I think that's really important. Like, you know, like, if you keep talking to women and then you see that they start dating someone later on, like, tell them, dude. Tell them, dog. Tell them. You know, you got to tell people that you like them and that you want to fucking see them, you know? Like, tell them, my doggy. Jesus Christ. You know? Yeah.
This one says, what is the best and worst gift you can give your significant other on Valentine's Day?
I think the worst thing is nothing. That's number one thing. You don't
Really?
say nothing. You don't give them nothing.
There could be
just
worse
ignore
things,
Valentine's
surely.
Day.
There's got to be something worse than nothing.
Probably the worst thing is a breakup. There you go. That's probably the trashiest gift.
Divorce
you could ever give someone.
papers.
Divorce papers. Yeah, that'd be a shit gift to get on Valentine's Day. Fact.
What's worse? What's a worse gift? Trying to
Worse than
think.
divorce
Chlamydia.
papers. Chlamydia is pretty bad. Yeah.
A vacuum cleaner is a great gift. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Vacuum cleaner's lit.
No, I think you're right. Nothing or chlamydia.
Or divorce papers.
Yeah.
Pretty equal.
Yeah.
Hey, Offie.
Hello.
How are you? Do you have a question?
I do. Basically, my question is, so I consider myself a little bit of a beta, right? But my type, I guess the kind of woman that I go for is a bit more of an alpha. I'm kind of like you, Cray. I really like a strong, independent, ambitious woman. Even though me myself, I've got like a job. It's not a very interesting job. I have hobbies, but they don't really stand out. So like I'm a bit of a middle of the road kind of guy. I'm just wondering, what do you think about that? How to work into getting, like that kind of relationship? Is that even at all possible?
Do you want to go first, Fruity, or?
Hell yeah, it's possible.
Yep.
I mean, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of women like being dominating. It might be a little bit less out there than definitely a lot less women, but super out there. They're just probably busy focusing on their careers, to be honest with you. That kind of personality type would be. And Cray, as you are similar type, what would you say?
I'm the exact same. I love I love strong-willed, powerful women who are concentrating on their career. But at the same time, I really love caring. I really like intimacy and stuff like that. But I also like stern attitudes. And these things sometimes seem a little bit like to butt heads, but they're out there, dude. And you know, it's good that you recognize that you take maybe a little bit of a backseat to those kind of roles in a relationship, because then you can, you know, never be afraid to tell them that. You know, maybe not on the first fucking date, you know, but later on when you start dating, say, you know, let your partner know what you like, what you don't like, stuff like that, you know? And it's definitely out there. It 100% is. 100%, dude. Yeah.
You just have to work a little harder to get them though.
You do have to work a little harder than the average person. Yeah, but it's out there, definitely.
Yeah. All right,
you know?
cool. Thank you.
Hell yeah. Good on you, Hoffy.
Good luck with it.
Thanks.
Legend.
All right, this question is, how far should you go to keep a relationship even though it's failing?
Oh.
That's interesting because he already admits it's failing, but I mean, I think that would be the answer for me. Would be is when you think it's failing, you get out. Like everyone has doubts, but they wouldn't call their relationship a fail unless, I mean, I guess that's the end.
You know, I'm a little different. I think Fruity knows. Yeah, Fruity knew I was going to be a little different. Why is it failing? Did you cheat? Did you betray their trust? Did you, what did you do? Or are you just arguing all the time? And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to show your partner to try to make it not fail? It's like going to uni, right? Just because you fail a couple of tests doesn't mean you're going to flop the whole fucking degree, you know? What are you going to do to make your relationship work defines you as a person, I think, a lot of the time, you know? And when the goings get tough, are you someone who runs or are you someone who tries to make it worse? And And me, I was always a runner. I've always run from my problems. And recently I've seen that I don't want to run anymore, if ever. I never want to run away from problems ever again. And usually it's my opinion that relationships start going downhill because you don't open your mouth. You're not communicating, and so the relationship's fucking failing. You know what I mean? So what are you going to do about it, I guess, is what I would ask that person. Yep.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess if it's failing and you could still feel like, you know, find why it's failing and it hasn't like failed yet, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, that's a more optimistic way of looking at it. But I guess I thought this person had already gone through it and it's just like, this is just not working. But yeah, you're right. But as long as you discuss it with the person, then yeah, I think it really is. Communication is the best thing ever. Me and Marcus have great communication.
You do.
Yeah. I'm very glad for that. Very glad he's very open about his feelings. Because that takes a lot for a man to be more open about their feelings. Actually, not even just men, women too, about their feelings.
I was never open at all. And I can't wait to be with someone, you know?
It's a very nice feeling.
Yeah. Hey, Pandemonium.
Hey, so this question is from Buzzkill97.
Hit us with it.
Okay, he's asked. It's more like a follow-up question from our earlier question. What do you do when you are friend-zoned? You're already friend-zoned, like, so you're already stuck there.
You're stuck.
Be their friend? I don't know.
Yeah. I kind of agree with Fruity. Like, if you're being friend-zoned by someone, it's because they don't want anything more from you, you know? And I know that's very sad and upsetting. But all you can really do is wait, but I wouldn't recommend ever waiting on someone, you know, unless you're actually communicating with them in a romantic way. But yeah, if you are friend-zoned, you're friend-zoned for a reason, and that's what you have to recognize is it's probably not going to go the way you want it to go, sadly, which is Pepe hands, but like, shit, like, what can you do, dude, you know? Yeah. Just keep talking to him and see, but other than that, you know.
Move on.
Yeah, move on in that situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Be friends with them, move on, find someone else. I don't know. If you feel like feeling friend-zoned, that's not a great feeling. I'm feeling rejected, and yeah.
Yeah.
Coincident, it comes from a guy named Buzzkill97.
Sorry to kill your buzz there, Buzzkill. Sorry, mate. Sorry, dude. Oh, man. Shit. Sorry, man.
Here's another one, which is, do you think love is real, or is it just our brain trying to convince us to pass our genes? Like it's a chemical. What do you think?
Want to answer, Fruity? Or do you want me to answer?
You can start off.
It doesn't matter. It's an irrelevant question because the feeling is the same and your experience of that love is the same, whether or not it's in your genes making you want to breed, or it is a chemical being released, or it is a spiritual or soul thing. Whatever you believe, it doesn't matter, because the reality is that you have to live in the reality of the feeling of love.
That's a really nice thing to say. Yeah. I think I'm the person who believes in like soulmates and shit. So I don't think it's just chemical. I think it's something more than, because I just don't think
I believe in that.
I don't understand what the point would be if it was just chemical. But so no, I don't want to believe that. I think it's something spiritual between the people. I think so.
It's such a connection, right, Fruity? Like it's such like it's different. It's not just a chemical. No.
Oh, does that mean I'm brainwashed?
It doesn't matter because the feeling's the same.
Oh, this one's cute. This one just asks, how did you know Marcus was the one?
Oh, cute!
Oh, I don't know. He was Marcus. He was everything to me. He was like the perfect, I don't know. He's super opposite to me, but he's also super complimentary. It's just him. It's just Marcus. There's no other way to say it. It's like when
Marcus is great.
When you love their faults and their and the best parts of them. That's when you know. When you love with someone's faults, that's when you know. I feel, because that's like a breaking point to people. Is that the little thing they do? But no, I love it. He's super buddy, crazy. What do you call it? Crazy perfectionist. But I love that. So yeah,
that's a good way of putting it. That's really nice.
Yeah. I think so. Oh, God.
Yeah, I knew Marcus was the one when he touched my knee that one time when we were watching The Notebook. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and that's when I knew.
When did you guys watch The Notebook?
You weren't there, obviously. You were out doing something.
Oh, okay. I mean, this next question kind of plays onto it. If you had to be gay with someone, who would it be? That's a great coincidence that popped up.
Jason Momoa.
Sorry,
Jason Momoa.
What is it about Jason Momoa that gets you?
He's just everything that I want to be as a man, you know? And if I can't fucking be him as a man, then I want to be fucked by him, you know?
Oh, this is a good one. Which, if you had to choose only one video game character to marry, who would you choose? Tomb Raider in the original form with the cone boobs, like pointing at you. He's doing research. He's making sure he gets it. No, actually, that's a good answer. Geralt of Rivia from Witcher would be a great one. I mean, he lives forever though. So
Kasumi or Geralt? Kasumi from Dead or Alive or Geralt?
That's a fighting game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm curious.
I always thought Kasumi was really cute. Kasumi's cool.
Techie?
Hey, Techie.
Hi, it's me again. I have a question asked from a sub, DeathCure234. And he asked, how do you tell your crush that you like them without ruining what you have already? So I'm guessing a friendship is what they mean?
Oh, right. Do you want to go, Fruity?
I mean, like, I would just be like, hey, you know, I know we're friends and this ain't going to change anything, but I think you're really awesome. I think you're one of the best people I've ever met. And you know what? I'd love to get to know you on another level. So, you know, what do you think? That's what I'd say to them.
I love that. Yeah. Just pull it out. Just get your fucking...
Just flop it out?
Just flop it out. Just get your dick out, you know? Get your invisible dick out, you know, if you don't have an actual physical penis. but sometimes you just got to whip your phantom dick out, you know, and slop it on someone's forehead. Smack. And you just got to say, this is how I feel. This is who I am. I love you. Sometimes you got to do that, you know?
All right, so there's one or the other. Piece of advice here for one.
Great. Great. Oh, I also have a follow-up question from them asking, how do you know you're ready to get into a relationship?
Do you want to go, Fruity?
If you're not, I guess you don't know. Just go for it.
Yeah, you just got to try. The best way to learn is to do, I believe. And sometimes you just got to do it, you know? Just got to jump in.
The best things are the things that you're most nervous for. 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you, Techie, for getting that.
Thank you, Techie.
No worries. See you later.
See you, Tech. Those are some good questions.
What are some red flags to look for when dating?
Oh, red flags. Oh, man. There's actually a lot, I would say, you know. Any kind of hint towards any kind, and I'm just going to say it, and it's a very touchy subject, but any kind of hint towards any sort of physical abuse in any way is the biggest red flag. Any kind of derogatory comments towards you as a person on an extreme level are just terrible, huge red flags. Being sexual with others in any kind of way that's like too extreme or makes you feel uncomfortable, an unwillingness to communicate. There's just so many.
When they're not like good with family, that's a huge red flag with me. I mean, some people have weird families and all, but it's like some people are just are really mean to their family, and they don't get along, and they don't care for them, or at least loved ones. When they start to like sympathize with themselves and say, I have no one in this world, you kind of think that they haven't been putting out love for others. And that's a huge red flag for me, because then they just expect themselves to get the love and not take any of it, not give any of it themselves. So, yeah.
I love that one, Fruity. Yeah. To receive love, you have to give love. You know, it's not all. Yeah, I love that one. That's a really good one.
Even if they don't love you back, I don't know. I don't just mean family. I mean friends too. If they are mean to their friends' family, to people that love them, and that they have no reason to be mean to, that's like, ugh, that's rough. Because yeah, some people have shitty families and some people have shitty friends. Don't get me wrong, but you can kind of tell when they don't respect people. Oh, when they don't respect like waiters or something, that's a huge thing too.
Yes, that's a good one.
Service people, retail people, that sort of thing. Nah, that's
That's a really good one, Rudy.
Definitely no.
Yeah, if you don't say pleases and thank yous to waiters, go fuck yourself. That's from Cray and Fruity to you. Go fuck yourself. You be nice to waiters, you son of a bitch. Thank you.
Oh God.
Fuck you. Treat people with respect.
Yeah, that's super true. Yeah, basic manners. That's really it. I'd say.
Manners.
This one's just, what moustache style gets girls attracted in you?
Well, I've never really had a mustache before, but if I did have one, I would really like it to curl outwards or upwards. You know those. I don't know what you're talking about, but if I did have one and it was to whisk outwards and up, that would probably be the best. I believe they call them handlebar mustaches. The straight down ones. Who are you, Hitler? Like, get out of here, dog. Like you need it to whisk out.
Do you think it wouldn't be as successful if you had kind of like a downwards type thing, like a Dr. Disrespect type thing? Like, do you think you would be less successful or more successful with?
If I was maybe 40 years old, it would be more successful. But at my age, like my brother has a mustache and it's huge and it goes straight down. Fuck you, Hayden. Stop copying my steez, you little bastard. Hey, sorry.
Alana, welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Hello. Sorry, I'm really nervous.
That's okay.
You have no reason to be. You're in good hands.
Is it normal to feel heartbroken over losing a friend, not a lover?
Of course it is. Of course it is, Alana. Come on now. Of course it is. There's no reason to feel any kind of shame or weirdness when you lose a friend. Like, friends are important, right? And they're people that impact our lives and our moments. And we reminisce, and late at night when we're chilling, we think back on our relationships with people, and we think about maybe the mistakes we made or the good times we had, the positives and the negatives. And, you know, our friends matter, you know, and the way we talk to our friends matter. And, you know, I love my friends. I love them, you know, and if they were to suddenly leave, that would be terrible. I actually very recently, only roughly 3 days ago, met up with an old friend of mine that I actually ghosted, like a real prick, you know what I'm saying? And I ghosted her in a really terrible way and stopped talking to her out of the blue. And we met for coffee, and she opened up to me about how that affected her. And, you know, she told me that she was heartbroken by it. And I told her, you know, sorry, and I'll never do it again. And, you know, and I realized that I was heartbroken by it too. You know, even though I did the action, even though I was the villain, I realized that friendships matter so much, and remaining in contact with them. One day, you know, you might regret something or in some way. So it's okay to feel heartbroken about it, because they matter. They matter.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah, they
100%
do.
dude.
I'd say it's harder sometimes to lose a friendship than a relationship. I don't know.
can
Friendships
be,
just seem
definitely.
more strong than that. I don't know. Than when you're dating around and that. Oh, I hate even if it's for a good reason, the way you lost a friend, or even if they just went off on their own, you go on your separate paths, it still sucks.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sorry if that happened to you recently, Alana, you know, but you got to think about the good times, yeah? And, you know, think about the fun you had and stuff like that. And, you know, really think of it as learning experiences and that kind of stuff, you know? And if it did end in some type of drama or anything like that, always remember people are only a phone call away, which is what a lot of people forget. And you might be waiting for them to call you, but I'm telling you now, don't be like Cray and not pick up the phone. Pick up the phone, you know, text someone, tell them that you love them, tell them that you're thinking of them, you know, even if it's a friend. You know, Fruity stopped talking to me, and in a year, I thought of, man, like, I miss Fruity, you know, and I called Fruity, you know, and she picks up, you know, it's just, you got to pick up the phone sometimes, you know.
Thank you
Yeah.
for that. Thanks.
No worries.
thank you
No
for
worries,
sharing,
dog.
Elena.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, it warms my heart.
Yeah, that was a sad question.
Yeah. Oh. I'm glad that you're starting to talk to people that you've ghosted. Although it's making me really think about how I treat relationships as what you're doing lately. Because Cray's been going out and meeting with old people that he's ghosted and not paid attention to in the past. And they were probably feeling like she was feeling. Just suddenly, just like, oh, lost a friend.
Yeah, it's been really crazy for me recently. You know what I've been going through, Fruity, but
Yeah.
yeah, like meeting up with old people has been very powerful. Yeah.
Yeah, take
Hey, Techie.
You
What's
back?
happening,
I'm
dog?
back again. Hey,
Hey,
what's up?
welcome
Okay,
back.
thanks. Okay, so I have a couple questions from people that can't join the Discord, or you know, whatever.
They're too
Okay, so
shy.
Shan,
Oh.
yeah, or they don't have a sub. You should sub. But Shan Bark 98 asks, how long do you think you should wait before you move in with someone?
Ooh. Hit it, Fruity.
A month? Well, is it gone wrong? I mean, like, it's pretty good. A month! That's how long we waited.
A month, dog? A fucking month, dog? Oh, shit. Well, hey, I'll tell you this. Fruity and Marcus's relationship is one of the best I've ever seen. So, I mean, hey, I ain't even going to answer it. For me, it was 5 years.
Such different spectrums there.
Yeah, for me, it was 5 years. And
Why'd you have
honestly,
to
I
wait
wish
so
we
long?
moved in sooner.
Yeah, okay.
We,
so
we
so
were
you
too
wish you
young.
did.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I wish it was sooner. Yeah, I wish we moved in way sooner.
I mean,
Yeah.
you kind of just, if you do it after a month, you know, and then if they suck, well, It's a
At
fast
least you'll
track
know
of
quicker.
knowing. Yeah.
You'll know quicker.
Oh my God, too soon, you might not know it's a murderer. Okay, that's a good point. All right.
Good point. And then you might end up murdered.
Oh God, this could have been a different timeline for me. Thank goodness. I got very lucky.
Yeah, you could wake up dead tomorrow.
You don't actually think about that sometimes. No one would really hear me scream. This is kind of like a big property too, honestly.
Can you not say that, Fruity? Jesus Christ!
I need to get a loud whistle or something.
Oh my God, a murder whistle. The Marcus murder whistle, just in case one day.
The neighbors would be like, "What's just that?" They'd be like, "Is that a bird?" And then they'd just move
If
on.
I heard a whistle right now, I wouldn't know if it was a murder whistle or not, and I wouldn't go to check.
That's true. I don't know if you'd go to check. Oh God, I gotta think.
All I do is like peek through my window. Someone could be murdered in the front lawn, and I wouldn't know because all I'm doing is peeking through the window.
Was there another question, Techie?
There was. This is from Undead575. He asked, he wanted to know how you guys feel about flirting with other people when you are in a relationship, like innocent, playful teasing a member of the opposite gender without wanting to have a relationship with them or wanting to end your current one.
What a question. Do you want to go, Fruity?
I think there's it's a different word for it, but you could still be playful and charming to people without overstepping that boundaries. When you're starting to, I don't know, there's this, because I was going to say if you start to bring up sexual innuendo, that's when it gets weird, but sometimes that's fine too. It's really, I don't know exactly how to put this in a way. But honestly, if your relationship is strong, you can banter with people. Actually, no, I don't really banter with people, so I wouldn't know. But I'm just saying, I think there's... What do you think? What do you think?
Boundaries is the word I'm thinking of, is boundaries. And when you cross the line, I don't give a flying shit what anybody says. If you cross the line, and what is playful and what is straight up flirting, and what you're thinking in your mind. And if you think you cross that boundary, that threshold, you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself.
If you feel guilty about it.
If you feel guilt,
you wouldn't do this if the other person was there, then you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it, no matter how good it feels at the moment. You're like, no, that's not,
I remember when I was in America, and I was still with my girlfriend back then, and Fruity knows this. Yeah. A girl flirted with me in a bar and asked me to go to her room, and I was so fucking disheveled by it because I had thought to myself, oh my God, how did I give this woman the idea that I wanted to go to the bedroom with her, that I rang my fucking girlfriend the next day from America, crying me fucking eyes out. I was crying at dinner, freaking out, panicking, because I was like, what have I done? But it was nothing. But, I felt so guilty about just having a woman ask me to go to a room that I couldn't, I just had to tell my partner at the time, your boundaries, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When you try to hide it, that's when something's terribly
If you're
wrong.
hiding conversations,
that means you probably shouldn't be in the current relationship you're in, because, I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
If you're hiding comments, if you're hiding conversations you're having, if you've made too much of a sexual comment towards someone, and stuff like that, I think it shows something to me personally. I don't think we make those kind of comments just off the bat, and even if you do apologize to your partner for it, you have to recognize why you made those comments. Yep.
Anything else, Techie?
Yeah, there's okay, so somebody had a statement to make, but I thought a good question to go along with this. So they said, no matter how much people tell you Tinder and other online dating sites are used for just sex and other crazy stuff, it's not. I'm getting married to the love of my life at the age of 25, and we both met off of Tinder 4 years ago. So just a question now, do you guys agree with Tinder and all that kind of thing? What do you guys think of that?
You go, Fruity.
Go for it. Lots of people I know use Tinder. It's just another form of meeting people. So, it can be dangerous. You know, that's the only thing I would like worry, like make sure to be cautious about who you meet up with. But apart from that, why not? It's just another place to meet.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm at the moment trying to stay away from it. I don't really want to use online dating, but say I continue to not find anyone, then I would definitely use Tinder and stuff like that. Definitely, yeah. Why not? You know.
Oh my god! Congratulations to that person who found someone and got
Yeah,
married.
congrats!
That's
Hey!
amazing.
Gregorus Beast One was their name.
Hey, congrats, dog!
Yeah, Greg. Anything else?
Okay, yeah. So another question from Lizard Lad One asked, "What are the advantages and disadvantages of a relationship?"
Ooh. Do you want to go, Fruity?
Disadvantages. Money is gone. You lose money. I don't
Forget
know
it.
where you lose it, but you just keep losing money. If you're
It's
the
gone.
man or the woman, you're losing it.
Wave goodbye to your money.
I don't know what happens because suddenly you want to spend it on the other person because you like them so much, and then bam. So yeah, and they make you fat too. That's a good
They
point.
make you soup. I was eating Doritos and dip every fucking night. It was heaven, but man, your boy got chunky. I was a big chunk. You should have seen this gut. Holy shit, you know? Oh man, lordy.
Yeah. Advantages? I mean,
Everything.
Yeah, it feels great.
Everything.
It's a great time. It's someone to lift you up when you're down, and it's just so much. It's a team. Being in a team is great.
One thing I want to say is a lot of single people, while I was going through my breakup, told me things like, it's going to be fucking awesome. You're going to have so many more freedoms. It's this and that. Don't fucking listen to them. They've got no fucking idea what they're talking about. They're absolute fucking morons. It is not better to be single. I will tell you that. If you're in a good, loving, caring relationship, it is objectively better than being single, in my opinion. Objectively. Fuck your subjectivity. It's just better. It's just, you got someone to talk to. You got someone to spend time with. You got the love of your life. You get to travel with someone. You got so many different things, you know? You got everything. Yeah, fuck being single. It's dog shit.
I don't know. If you feel like you're
No, don't listen to her.
What? I was. Well, fuck you, Cray. You wear a pink shirt and you think you're all that.
Hey!
You could speak better than me, so you think you give better advice.
You want the pink shirt, dog. What the fuck?
I was just gonna say, if you feel like you don't have freedoms in the relationship, then maybe the relationship is not as healthy as you think it is.
Yeah, check yourself before you
Strong
yourself.
it is. So I feel like
True
I
that.
have all the freedoms in the world, and I'm in a very serious relationship. So, yeah, screw being single. I would not want to do that.
Yeah, it's boring. It's not even about it being boring. It's just not the same, you know? It's just not the same. Yeah.
Techie, do we have people waiting? Should we?
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I mean, I've got more questions to ask. If you want me to, they're sending them through.
Hit us with them.
Okay, so this is from Anon. They ask what a best friend should do to give advice to a friend who is thinking about ending a relationship, and they put in brackets of a few years / no obvious signs of any issues / say they love them. They're in after meeting someone recently they had a connection with. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So they're asking their friend is currently in a relationship with someone with no bad or negative signs. It's a good relationship. However, they've met someone else who they think they have a connection with.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
It's hard. It's a very hard question. Because I believe in following your heart, but I don't know.
Most people, I feel like, would give the advice to stay and stick it out, but you just don't know. You kind of have to be like, imagine what your life would be like if you took this person away, or if you took this one or the other away. And like, I feel like deep down, people kind of know what they want. And yeah, even if they have been in a relationship for a while. Yeah, it's really hard to advise that, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the hardest question we've got because, you know, if you're in a good relationship and stuff like that, it's just hard, but you want to follow your heart as well. And, I think that's a really hard question.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that's, you're not wrong either way to tell them to, you're not wrong.
In that situation, I almost feel like you have to back away from giving advice. Sometimes it's good to back away from a friend in some regards when it comes to giving advice, because they're already in a good relationship. And to be honest, I think that person should tell their partner. I know that sounds a little bit crazy, but you should tell your partner if you're having feelings for somebody else. It's important to. And, you know, to be honest, you don't want to be being sneaky, and you don't want to be a cheater. You don't want to cheat on someone. That would be a disgusting thing to do. So I think you need to be open with yourself and be open with your partner, dude. Definitely.
Continuing on, we've got Vitri in the call
Hi,
with
Vitri.
us.
Hello.
How you doing, dude?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What is the big question? Hit us with it.
Okay. So if you're like talking to a girl and you guys don't exactly hit it off, but like you're still having a kind of a good time, but there's like no spark, but like you're still flirting, is it worth like pursuing a relationship with that person, or like going on a couple of dates?
What do you reckon, Fruity? Do you want to answer?
The spark can come over time, but sometimes it just doesn't click, and I think that's okay. I think that's just you've got a good friend there rather than a good partner. But yeah, I don't.
Yeah. Sorry, Fruity. You go.
You continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, try. Like, why not try? You know, like, there's nothing wrong with trying. I think so often we as like humans or people or whatever, there's something like within the human brain that stops you from trying. And, Fruity knows, and I guess everyone does know now, I've been trying a lot harder with relationships and people that I love and care about, with friends and everyone. And I realized how little effort I was actually putting in, you feel me? So it's like, you asked, is it even worth going on dates and stuff like that? Hell yeah, it is. Hell yeah. It doesn't matter if you met this person, there wasn't like fireworks and boom, 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 smash, bam. Like, there doesn't have to be that all the time, Like, maybe it'll come later. And if it doesn't, then you've made an awesome friend, Fuck yeah. Yep.
That's true.
Yeah. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, so I guess...
Is there anything else you wanted to say? Yeah.
Sorry. No, it's just, yeah. I mean, you can always get a good friend out of that interaction, right?
Exactly, dude. Exactly. You can always get a good friend. Or it could be more, Don't go into it thinking anything. Don't go into it thinking, oh man, I'm here for this or I'm here for that. Just go into it, Just go into it and see what happens. And it might come out that, they're your life partner forever and your soulmate. Or it might come out that they're just your best friend. Or it might come out that they just become an acquaintance. All of it's okay.
Yeah, just like experience with those people, or that person.
And ease up on the pressure on the spark, because then...
Yeah.
There's too much pressure and it might never come. I mean, it might never come regardless, but yeah.
Yeah, don't have pressure on the spark. I had it. I think Fruity's had it. You have the spark. You have it. You just it's like a feeling, It's like a boom. But you don't need that to pursue anything with anyone. Yeah.
Good luck with it, Vitri.
Good luck, dude. Good luck.
Sharing.
Thank you.
What a nice person.
I know. And to turn this into wholesome into not so wholesome, how often do you think you and your partner should be sexually active in a healthy relationship? This was actually my question, Cray.
Yeah, I think changes in it are what if you were once like having a lot of sex and then you have no sex out of nowhere, that's not healthy. That's weird. That something might be wrong, and you should talk about it. Talk about sex. Talk about stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know the exact number or stuff like that, but yeah.
People are saying 5 times a day. Is that about right?
Yeah, in the beginning.
In the beginning? How much time do you have on your hands? You have nothing else to do.
I'm a streamer. I got into this job so I can do other things away from, my work. So, yeah, I got a lot of time on my life on me.
Anyway, GK is here. What's your
Hey, GK.
What's your question?
Hello.
What's happening, dog?
My question is, how healthy is to be in a friends with benefits type of relationship?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Do you want to go, Fruity?
I think healthy. I mean, if you're already in it, might as well keep it up. As long as you keep talking to each other about your status, and if someone's getting too many feelings because of it, then you just kind of like establish boundaries in that. But yeah, I think that's I think it's a healthy thing.
Communicate. I think that's the biggest lesson we've learned today with giving advice is like, if you suddenly, right, GK, if you suddenly start catching feelings with this person and stuff, like, there's nothing wrong with saying it, and they might say, oh, I'm not interested. They might say, I am interested. And if someone says that to you, say someone comes to you and says, hey, like, I know we've been doing this whole fucking thing. We're friends with benefits and stuff, but I want to take it to the next level. You have to tell the truth. You have to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with friends with benefits. Yeah, I don't think anything's wrong with it,
That's sometimes how good relationships start too.
True.
So.
Yep.
I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
Thank you for your question, GK.
Yeah, thank you, GK. Thank you, dude. That was a good question.
Yeah, it was.
Good questions, Pog.
Oof, that one's a tough one.
I think we answered that one pretty well.
I think so. There's this one. It says, can Craig explain the best way to approach a girl at a party?
Like you approach a dude.
Hey, dude, what's up? Nice penis.
Okay, that's not how you approach a dude. But just introduce yourself like you would anybody else. Oh, okay, what? Is that how you see
dude.
me?
Hey, dude, what's up? We both have penises. Let's talk.
No. That's not how you do it.
Hey, dude, back hair's cool. What's up?
Back hair? Cray ain't got no back hair, dog. The fuck?
Hey, dude,
got chest hair.
isn't it hard to
You like
pee
that,
when you're
ladies?
also hard? What's up,
It
dude?
is. It's fucking hard. It fucking is.
So there's a girl. She's looking
Yep.
thick. Let's imagine you're this guy. You're this dude. You're a bit shy and awkward at a party. You want to go up and to say hey to her. What do you do?
Okay, I walk over, right? I look at her. She looks at me. I say, hey, how are you? My name's Nathan. She says, I'm Stephanie. I say, oh, how did you get to the party? Like, what's going on? Like, do you know anyone here? I'm fucking failing at it already. I gotta go. And then you run. There you go, fucking get out of there, dog. You fucked up big time, bro. You fucked up. You gotta get the fuck out, bro. You gotta run.
Oh,
you gotta
true.
fucking get the fuck out of there. You gotta fucking run like Cray runs with his tiny little short legs. And his big upper body. You gotta fucking run, dog.
Okay, that's good advice. We've got Susa Fogel here. How you doing?
Hey, my question is, how do you encourage yourself to open your heart and say what you feel?
Oh, man. That's a fucking heavy question. Do you want to go first, Fruity?
No, I don't need time to think about it. Can you go first?
Yeah, of course. So how do you do it is recognizing first what you want to say and how you want to say it and why you want to say it, I think. Opening up to someone or opening up your heart in general to the world, it's a big bloody step. It's like, okay, I'm looking for love, or I want love, or I want to tell someone I love them, or I want to tell them, this is how I feel. Yeah. So you're going to open yourself up. What do you want to say? Why do you want to say it? Where do you want to say it? And how, and that's what it's about, dude. And are you comfortable? And why are you not comfortable if you're not? There's so many whys, so always ask yourself, why am I nervous? Oh, I'm nervous because we're meeting at a cafe and I'm going to tell the love of my life how I feel about them. And recognizing that being nervous is part of life is okay too. So often we hold each other back, ourselves back, because we're so we're so nervous to do it. You know, we're so nervous to open our hearts, and recognizing feelings is as important as having them, which is something that people do not recognize enough during human life. And it took me a long time, dude, to do that, to truly recognize. People see me on the internet as someone who's very open, but really it took me a long time to open up in my personal life, to my mum, even to my fucking sister, to the lovers in my life. It took me a long time. And that's what I realized. What do I want to do? And that's what you have to do too. Recognize, think. Yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. Yeah.
I think you covered it pretty well there. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think it's okay to put yourself out there. I think it's the best way. I'd hate to hide and bottle things up. It's not healthy, and it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Yeah, and people will like disappoint you. People might betray you. It happens, and then, but it's just part of it. But that's having that happen to you. That negative is nowhere near as good as the positives can be. From
the positives are so good.
It's so nice.
Yeah, if you open yourself up, you really will. You're always worried, right? Because you're worried about opening yourself up to pain and misery and hurt. But dude, trust me, like opening yourself up to all the good times, even when it does end in heartbreak, all those good times are what make it worth it. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, we hope that helped. Thank you for your question, dude. That was a really good one. Thank you. That was a really good question.
Yeah, it was. I'm gonna try something. Okay. Sorry, I'm just messing with something a bit out of sync. Just want to see if there's a solution. Sorry, I just muted you totally.
What the fuck?
There's people in the waiting room. Ooh. Fruit
Hey,
Creek.
Fruity, Cray.
Hey,
Hello.
Fruit Creek. What's happening, dog?
Hi, Stream. I'm Coco from
Hey,
Germany.
Coco. Oh, hey. Guten
I'm
Tag.
very shaky right now. Guten Tag, guten Tag. It's very surprising that you both can speak German, like at least for a little bit.
Yeah, I know it fluently, you know, 100%.
Nice. Yeah, I have a question to ask.
Are you going to ask it in German?
I don't know whether you can understand it, but I've written down in English, like I can speak English as well.
Okay, let's do the English
Yeah.
one.
Okay, nice. I just want to know how to know whether somebody likes me without like asking them directly, like whether there's any signs or something I can notice, or just like that.
You want to go, Fruity?
Ooh, how to notice. I mean, are they laughing more at your jokes? That's a big sign. I know girls laugh at whatever if they like you. They really do.
They really do. I'm the funniest guy in the world, apparently, because a lot of women like me, you know? Oh, my God!
Yeah,
I'm like, I didn't
Cray,
even
you're
say
a
anything.
catch, right? Like Cray,
Yeah.
you're a catch, right?
I'm a catch,
As I've always
dude.
said it.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
of
exactly.
course. Yeah.
But you might,
I think... Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
go,
Fruity,
go
you
for
go.
it. Yeah, because you might be
I was-
naturally funny, so, you know, you
Yeah,
can't tell
I'm-
what's actually interested
Exactly.
or not. So.
I am naturally funny, true, Fruity. Good point. Physical intimacy, hand touching, shoulder touching, getting close to you, wanting hugs randomly, wanting to spend time with you, asking you out on dates or to see you, introducing you to their friendship group. All of these kind of little signs usually are adding up to something a little bit bigger, you know, if they accumulate. Look for accumulation. Yeah, like things building up, like multiple things at once. And then it's always better to ask, you know, it's always better to actually eventually be like, hey, you know, we've been doing this thing for a while, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah, so, but like at the beginning, should I be like a bit more active or should I just wait for the signs to come?
You can be active. You can encourage
Yeah.
these things. It's like I mean, like maybe some things is too far, like physical stuff. Maybe you can wait on that or something. But even just like testing the waters a little bit, like a hand knock all together and that sort of thing can really show like very subtle things. Yeah.
Very subtle.
So like occasionally, like just touch her hand like a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Occasionally, yeah. If you're in a situation where you're like giving her a drink or something, pouring her a drink, it could be like a thing. Like there's certain ways to kind of subtly feel it out without being that the focus.
True, but like if I'm doing this online, like if I'm texting her and well, like for example, if she writes me something, and how can I know that whether there's any implication in it or not? Like, or is this hard to tell?
I don't think it's that hard to tell through text. I think, you know, I think we all kind of know what flirting is a little bit, you know, like we all kind of have, like some of us know what flirting is a lot and some of us only a little bit. But I'd say, you know, does the conversation get a little bit sexual at all at any time? Do you talk about going on dates? You know, stuff like that, you know, like just looking for very subtle signs through text. It's hard because you can't read tone and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I truly know that like talking to someone face to face is very important because the message will just be so much more.
You're running from
better,
the cops
like,
right now, Coco.
No, it's just a helicopter flying by. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just a helicopter. Yeah, but I want to ask. I want to say it's like the messages will just feel so much more better if I can see someone, and that's kind of the struggle right now because I can see so many people. Like my crushes are just like not in Germany or anywhere around. So
do you
it's like
do
a bit hard. But
video chat at all, or just start asking?
Yeah,
to do
video chat, FaceTime.
From voice chat to video chat.
Nice.
Yeah, just
true. Yeah, that's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah, because I'm like that too.
Anyways.
If I can't see their face or their tone, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening. I don't.
Yeah.
Good luck with it.
Thank you, Coco.
Thank you. And by the way, that's also a reason why I want to meet you guys so much. Like that's also the reason why I want to meet you. Like want to tell you some messages and some lovely messages like face to face because as I said, it just feels so much more authentic and better. And I really like your content and I really appreciate it. Just to say it like at this point, and hope you guys keep up with it and keep entertaining people.
Thank you.
And thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Hey,
it's so nice to talk with you and like talk with you, Cray, and with Fruity, and I just want to meet you guys so much. But I'm in Germany right now, and I really want to go to TwitchCon EU, but I'm gonna write my A level, and it's like the week after it, and it's very it's a bit shame, but I think I will meet you guys anytime, like maybe in the near future.
Probably.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Would be lovely to meet you.
That was really nice.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah, I'm going to. Thank you. I'm going too much time. I think it's time for me to go. And
Oh, so endearing.
He fucking knew. That's fucking gold. He fucking. Oh, what a legend. Oh, what an actual legend. That guy was so cool. Oh, man.
All right, we have Kiwi here. Hello, Kiwi.
Hey, Kiwi.
Hello.
What's happening, dog? What's the big question?
How do I decipher my feelings for someone? Like, if I either like them or like them as a friend?
Do you want to go first, Fruity, or me?
Oh, that's a good one, actually. How do you
That's a really
decide?
good one.
I mean, I guess, like, how do you feel towards them? Or you just like, I think you go into this question from me.
I got you. Are you ready? Brace yourself. I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. I think it's about extent. A lot of stuff is about extent. How much time do you want to spend with them? Do you see a future with them? Do you see a relationship? Can you see yourself, spending all this time with, about
I'd say
extent?
this person seems younger. It's like, how much time do you want to be with them alone type thing? Like, then maybe it might be something
Kiwi,
a bit
are you
more.
young?
16.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're so young. It's like, yeah, I agree with Fruity. How do you want to spend your time, dude?
Yeah, you don't want to just hang out with them and their friends. You want to just hang out with them alone. Then maybe it might be something more than that. It can be hard to tell, particularly if it's like your first thing and what the feelings are like. If you haven't really gotten feelings like that before, and maybe you don't have the same feelings. Maybe you don't like them. But
don't stress too much either. You're so young. That's so young. Don't stress. There's no need to rush. There's no need to rush. Don't push. Don't pull. Just see where things go. And you don't have to make up your mind immediately either. That's one thing people forget about love or relationships or friendships is, take your time. It's better to tell the truth later than it is to lie in the moment. Does that make sense? Don't lie in the moment. Don't lead people on. Don't do stuff like that. But you can wait and you can be patient with yourself and your feelings. And, you're so young, Yeah, you'll be okay. You'll be fine.
And sometimes you can tell if you feel a little bit jealous if someone else is with them instead, like that. That can be a good sign of that. It's like, yeah, if you wanted to be in that position, but maybe you don't. And maybe you just want them as a friend. But thank you for asking a question, Kiwi. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiwi.
Good
Cheers,
luck with
dude.
Yeah. I think actually we're almost... How are you feeling, Cray?
I'm feeling good.
Well,
I'm feeling good.
Are really nice.
These are good questions.
Yeah.
I'm having a good night. This is fun.
Yeah, it is. It's really cute. Panda, are you in here again?
Panda,
Hi.
hello.
Hey, so chat's got a few questions. They couldn't get into Discord, so I'm gonna blast you guys with a couple questions.
Hit us with them.
I apologize for taking so long. So first question, this one's a little bit sensitive.
Okay.
He wants to remain anonymous.
Okay.
So warning to chat that it's a little bit sensitive. So he's been abused as a child, and it scared him and made him have no confidence in his mid-20s. But he feel like he's gotten over it, and he's still closed off himself with his demons. But he want to go out there and try to trust someone. So any tips for him? Get the courage to go out and stuff like that.
Would you like to start with this, Cray, or do you want me to?
Yeah, so I have a little experience with abuse. I'd rather not go into specifics and stuff like that, but recognizing that the past does not define you solely and wholeheartedly in today, in this moment, in your future is very important. And just because you met some evil people, and just because bad things and bad people do bad onto good people is not a reflection of you, because you never committed a bad action. And that's something that a lot of people who are abused don't recognize enough. And then they start to believe that they are undeserving of love, when in fact they are deserving of love, just like everybody else. And when this person is asking, how do I open up, or how do I let someone come in? It's about recognizing that fundamental fact that evil things happen to us, bad things happen to us, but those were done by bad people, and there are good people out there in the world, and people like Fruity in a loving, caring, awesome relationship with Marcus is objective proof of that happening, and that's what people have to recognize, that there is happiness, there is good people out there, and you've just got to be patient with yourself, allow yourself to open up a little bit, and take slow steps.
And it's okay if it comes back at you as time goes on. It's okay if the problem, you can't instantly forget about these sort of things. I know personally of things that happened to me when I was younger. I have not still been able to forget about them to this date, but I forgive myself for thinking about them and for letting it affect certain intimate situations when they do, because it pops in my mind. Because a lot of people, you're not alone, a lot of people have had kind of bad experiences, and you might end up meeting someone that has also had a bad experience, and you help each other work through it. It definitely is something that might not go away in your mind, but you can definitely put it in a place that is easier to deal with. And
that's such a good fucking point, Fruity. That is such a good fucking point. I thought I was making a good point. That's a good fucking point. That's gold advice right there. That's gold.
Good. Whoever you are out there.
Yeah, good luck to that anonymous question. Good luck.
Okay. Next question. So this is from two different people had a very two similar questions. So Explosive Salt asked, is it okay to date someone who's in your class, and the pros and cons of that?
Do you want to go, Fruity?
I mean, yeah, why not? Like, just because they're in your class doesn't mean, breaking up might be awkward, but if you're thinking about breaking up with them, maybe, don't. But, I think it'd be fine. You get to see them a lot. You get to write notes to each other in class. Why not? What do you think, Ray?
Yeah, I've got nothing really to say. I think that's just, Fruity said it just perfect. Yeah. Yep.
Throw pens at them.
And then the Alt F4 plays ask, if a girl likes you and you like them, but you're in high school and you're already stressed enough, what should I do?
Ooh, I mean, I know what you're saying. You might think it might be another stress, which it might be, but it also might be just a partner that you could talk to, a teammate in it as well. I mean, you're already distracted enough already thinking about them, so you might as well, hey.
You might as well
Okay.
you might as well stop thinking about them and watch Netflix with them. Yeah, I agree with Fruity. There's no like going into a relationship shouldn't be stressful initially. It's only later on, I guess, when adult things come into play, like paying taxes and finding a house together and things like that, where you might have a little bit of an argument because somebody doesn't like the wallpaper and you do like the wallpaper. Stuff like that, But in high school, no worries. Take it easy. Don't stress so much.
If they're too demanding, then you know the answer. Then you can be like, hey,
Exactly.
my priorities are this. So just make sure you keep your priorities in mind when you enter the relationship, if you do choose to go ahead with it. Because obviously they ain't thinking about wallpaper. They're still in school. So
True.
What a good existence that is.
True.
Are there any others, Panda?
Yes. So Misa Kushahan, how long does one take to get used to the idea of love or living or caring or being with someone else different than before?
Wait, hang on. Can you repeat the question, Panda? What was it?
How long does one take to get used to the idea of love and or living, caring, and being with someone different than before?
Oh, like a new partner, someone who's not the same as who they once dated.
I would presume that's how I understand it. Yeah.
Yeah. Man,
as
that's
long as
very.
It takes, I'd say.
Yeah. I agree. As long as it takes, and it's going to be a bit of a journey.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Unfortunately, it's one of those questions that only you can answer.
Yeah,
but yeah, it can take as
your
long
time.
as possible, or as quick as possible. Some people do move on fast, and that's okay. Even if other people might think you're moving too fast. If it feels right for you, go for it.
If it's right for you, it's right for you. Go to the beat and the rhythm of your own feet, baby. Boom.
That was nice. Write some lyrics there.
Okay. Ruby Fruity got a similar question to a previous one. How do you know if a guy's generally interested or likes you back?
Oh, now a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you know if a guy likes you?
Oh, it's so easy.
They pull it.
Texts you, talks to you, talks about you when you're not around and you hear about it from friends, asks you on dates, says romantic things to you, touches you.
Let's be real. If like a guy is taking his time to talk to you, like write nice messages to you, he likes you. So if he's writing,
100%.
If he's talking about his feelings even remotely, he probably likes you.
True. Men. No offense to my boyskis in chat, but we pretty basic, it's all just fucking head first with a lot of dudes. I feel it's like, if I like a chick and I'm talking to him in the DMs and stuff, and what do I have to do? Fucking scream it from the top of a building? Like, you know, I thought I was making it pretty fucking obvious, you know, by me touching your fucking hand that one time when we were out to dinner together, you know.
Man, I feel bad that women keep being portrayed as something that is more convoluted to like, but I guess we can be all over the place sometimes.
Yeah.
I suppose, but there's a lot of women who are straightforward.
Ifs or buts.
All right. All right.
All right,
I'm
final one.
straightforward is all I'm trying to say.
Thank you, Panda.
Final one. Yeah.
Final one. To Cray. This is from Little Jessica. She wants to slide in your DM and ask you, what is the lowest age you would date?
Oh my god. Listen, you gotta be like 22, you know. You gotta be 22, then I'll at least talk to you, you know, 22, you know. 22, I'll talk to you, you know, but I'd rather something like 25, you know, because I'm 27. I want kids when I'm 30 to 32, stuff like that. And if you're 22, you probably don't want kids at like 25, 26, depending, you know.
How old though? On the other end.
She's 23, by the way.
Oh.
Hey! How you doing?
And she said she's definitely your type. That's what she claims.
What's the oldest you would date, technically?
Oldest is probably like 30 to 32.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right, thank you, Panda, for those questions.
All right. I'll see you guys in the next round.
Thank you, Panda.
I have one that I've been staring at forever, which says, how to make love with girl correctly. Please help, I am virgin and single.
Let me tell you what you do. Let me tell you how to make love. All right, let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, you're going to need lube. That's number one. You're going to need a lot of lube. You know those little tubs of lube? You're going to get some of that lube. You're going to have lube on you, and you're going to lube your little dick up a lot. And, you know, you're going to have to touch a vagina if this is a straight thing, you know, between man and woman. And vaginas feel really weird. They're kind of gross, but you're going to have to touch it. And then I don't know what you do from there.
Honestly, as a woman, I don't know about the like how to make love exactly because I don't have a penis, so I don't know exactly. All I could say is to get to that point of, because when you get to that point when you like the
tub of lube,
the tub of lube and you put it in, getting to that point is probably the harder point. Like when you're in, you don't go at it.
Yeah, I feel you.
But I guess getting to that point is that ladies, if you're going for a lady, have a lot of sensitive points that are amazing to touch. Guys, you don't have that as much. No.
The hole.
No. Stop it. No.
The ears, the tip, the nipple.
Okay.
The areola.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The flaps.
Okay. Stop.
The womb.
Oh my god. The elbow.
Yes, lick the elbow. Hi, Haley. How you doing?
No, let me answer this question. Don't just interrupt me. We'll move on to Haley in a second. Sorry, Haley.
She's mad.
I'm just saying. Yes, you're right. Nipples, like neck is nice, tongue is nice, thighs are amazing for a girl.
Earlobe.
All right, Haley, how you doing? What's your question?
Hi.
Hey.
So my question is, with both of your experience, how soon is too soon to introduce your partner to your parents or family members?
That's a really good fucking question. Do you want to go first, Fruity, or me?
I mean, there's no rush. Like, if they're feeling not confident to meet them, there's no rush at all. But I think it's fine whenever if you're feeling comfortable. It doesn't have to be anything too serious, even when they meet your parents. And the best thing about them meeting your parents is that often your parents can kind of give you like a really genuine Like, I don't have a good vibe with that person. So it can actually be really helpful for you, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I've met parents basically in the first week, and when it was in the first week, that was the bomb for me. It was great. And yeah, no rush, no reason to go slow either. You know, if you feel comfortable with that person, why not? And it doesn't have to be formal. You know, sometimes there's this thing in movies and stuff, in these romantic movies, where it's like a big deal. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, even if you bloody say you go out on a date and you want them to meet, it's like, you know, you just say, "Mum, come pick me up," if you're a little younger or something. You know, that's what happened to me when I was 18 years old. Her mum came to pick her up. I was like, "Hey!" You know, it came over. You know.
All right, thank you.
No worries, Haley. Take it easy.
Hey!
It's actually a true story, which is just absolutely crazy.
What is your ultimate ridiculous, over-the-top, dripping in romance romantic gesture?
Oh. So me and Baz were in Paris, right?
And
that's all you get.
The naked man. What?
Honestly, now I can't really think of an over-the-top romantic gesture that I've done. But now what I would like to do is, I think traveling together and doing stuff like that is very romantic. You know?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
you know what I
travel,
think's
travel.
romantic?
What?
When they take out the bin. I'm like,
oh, that is romantic.
I'm like, oh man, you decided to put some time out of your day to help me with something. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Take those bins out, you fucking slut. You fucking man, or you're getting it tonight. Oh hey, how you doing, Techie?
Hi. I have a few questions to ask from everybody. I think it's my turn to ask this. So yeah, so from Eliunos from the chat, they ask, what if you need to be alone? I mean, not everyone wants to have someone by their side 100% of the time. In the end, it isn't just the way you learned. So I guess...
yeah, what was the end of the question? It wasn't the way you learnt?
In the end, isn't it the way you learn? So isn't it being alone normal, and like the way you've always, you know, dealt with things? Like, I don't know, I guess like
I see, they're used to being alone.
Yeah, they're used to being alone. Like,
oh.
Is it okay to be alone?
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship, you know, have your space apart,
100%. And you gotta just tell them you need your time, and if they they'll leave you to it. Easy.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with being single. There's nothing wrong with it.
I think they meant like having space from their partner that they're with, like having time alone. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I thought they were worried about being single.
No, I mean, I guess time apart from that person. I think it's completely healthy, to be honest, to have that, like being in another room. You don't have to be with each other all the time, or don't have to do everything all the time together.
Yeah, that's how you know you really like them, is a time of alone, of reflection. So it just brings them back more love.
Yeah, being alone can be a time of like education and realization and learning. But I will say this, I don't necessarily think it's better. I think I learned a lot quicker when I was in a relationship. And now that I'm single, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily learning that much. Oh, no, that's actually a fucking huge lie. Not a lie. Oh, wow. Yeah, I learned heaps while I was single. Oh, scrap that. Yeah, fucking keep on learning, bro. Fuck. What the fuck? Yeah, I learned heaps.
All right, next question, I think.
I learned a shit ton.
All right, so Schwiggity Swoosh asks, I feel like I've lost my best friend because the guy she's dating gets along with me well, and we click when when hanging out too. And I feel like because of this, she ghosts me a lot and I've lost my best friend. How can I fix or approach this?
I have a big thing about ghosting. So can I answer first, Fruity?
Yeah.
When somebody ghosts you or starts to ignore you, it is not your fault and it is neither your responsibility to try and get that person back. When I ghosted people, which was a big issue in my life, it was as if I was not there, you know? And when people ghost you, that's pretty much what they're doing, but it's not your responsibility. It's the person who's ghosting you. It's their responsibility to talk to you and communicate. You can ask them to do that. You can open your arms and say, hey, this is what you're doing, and write them a message. But that's the thing about people who ghost, is that they run from problems rather than face them. And obviously, this person is very nervous to talk to you about this issue. And most of the time, yeah, it has to do with being nervous. It has to maybe a bit of social anxiety. And usually as well, when people ghost people, they've done it for a long time and it's their defense mechanism. So they have a problem and they run from it and they're too scared to talk to you face to face. So you can offer this to that person. You can say, hey, you're ghosting me. I really think we should talk about this. Can we maybe meet in person or at least a phone call or at least text for a little while about it? And that's all you can do. And if they keep ghosting you, that's up to them. And if they don't, and you've gone the distance.
Excellent. I think that answered that pretty much.
Yeah.
Do you have another one, Takey?
I do. So from Lizard Lad 1 again, they ask, is politics a good talking point? The way I look at it is you will know fairly quickly if you want to spend more time with the person that you're seeing.
From politics? Is that
I
how
can't
you'll
answer.
know?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think that's like the must ask question. You don't have to be the same, like party or whatever. Go for the same thing.
Wait, can a Bernie supporter date a Trump supporter? Yay or nay
Yes.
in the chat right now?
Yeah, no, of course.
Oh, Fruity votes yay?
Yeah. Why does that define you?
Because there's a lot of like ethical decisions and ethical differences, I guess.
Nay, a
don't
lot
know.
of people are saying no. I understand
lot
what
of people
people are
saying
saying.
yes.
Like if you have different opinions in certain subjects and that's like a make or break, I understand that.
Someone said that would go terribly.
Yeah.
For me, your political ideologies, if you justify them in an ethical way, don't bother me too much. And I don't think I've ever talked about politics to anybody ever.
Hmm.
Ever.
Yeah. In the
The
end,
only, yeah.
in the
Sorry,
end,
Fruity.
you're not necessarily completely right, no matter how much you think you are and how much you believe in yourself. So, you know, everyone has valid opinions. I mean, not everyone. I mean, some opinions are like, but you know,
I
most
have very valid opinions.
Yeah, I know. I definitely think so. But some people have strong beliefs in there and want to stand up for it, and that would be morally against what they believe in if they did date someone. So I guess so.
If you feel
that's it.
strongly about it, I guess.
We could date them, get to know them, and then pull them over to your side with your flirtation and sexy ways.
You could turn the Bernie supporter into the Trump supporter, Pog.
Go at it. Anything else, Taki?
Yeah, so Varanom asked, I was at a girl's house with other friends. I didn't do anything with the girl, but I felt guilty that I nearly did a fault. Should I talk about this with my partner?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, definitely. 110%. You fucked up. You made a mistake. You nearly cheated, so you didn't cheat. You need to recognize why you nearly cheated, why you nearly went that distance. And you do, after recognize, I would think about it first, to be honest. I would give myself a little bit of time, not too long, because you're not allowed that time to be too long. Because say you did this on Saturday and you wait till next Saturday, that's too fucking long. But maybe wait Sunday, think about why you did it, how you're feeling, blah, blah, blah. And then by Monday, Tuesday, you need to open your mouth and you need to, you sometimes owe people. I know this sounds a little bit weird coming from me because I think sometimes my advice is all about, you and your feelings. Sometimes you fucking owe people. I'm sorry. Sometimes you owe people explanations. You owe people. If you have done wrong to someone, you need to tell them why and stuff like that. And that's very important.
Yeah. I mean, like, hey, if you want to date multiple people, at least one of the people you're dating should know. Just say it.
True.
So don't come at me with the, but what if you're dating multiple people? I mean, do they know you're dating multiple people? That's kind of something. Yeah. I mean, if it's on your mind, you gotta get it off. Otherwise,
you gotta speak it.
Guilty. Yeah, great. How you feeling, Cray?
I'm feeling all right.
Yes, I think we'll wrap up soon if you want to.
Cool, sounds good.
Yeah. 2 hours is a long time. I might read one out. That's a
Roger
note.
that.
Fruity, what do girls really want for Valentine's gift? I'm a Christian, so please nothing sexual.
Hey, Christians get... Oh, no, I shouldn't.
Okay, so don't get them a dildo for Valentine's Day. Sure,
Hey!
okay. Then. What? I'm just
Christian!
saying.
Christian! Sorry about that.
You know what's great is like strawberries with those like strawberry bouquet things that look like flowers, but they're actually fruit.
Oh, I do like those things.
Those are good. Oh, these are so good. Oh my god. I think we're going to have to end soon. I'm sorry to be abrupt, Cray.
No, that's okay. That's fine.
Thank you, everyone, for being on this stream. Thanks, Cray, for
Bye,
joining.
everyone.
Follow the All In podcast. We do one every Thursday, American European time, and every Friday for Australians and
Oh,
other
so
similar
fucking
time
cute.
zones.
Oh, shut the fuck up. They're so cute.